In the vast expanse of the music world, there are stories that tell more than just sounds. They change lives. One such story is that of DonCarlosMusic, an IT expert who turned his hobby into a new calling and developed into a well-known musician. His musical creations are not only an expression of his personal passion, but also a reflection of the cultural diversity of this world. This story is an ode to the power of music to overcome boundaries and connect hearts. DonCarlosMusic discovered his love for music at a young age. In a household where music always played a role, it was no wonder that he started experimenting with his sister's keyboard early on. These early experiences shaped his musical path. His family gave him space to develop artistically. Although he did not have any formal training, Don Carlos taught himself to play the piano, which strengthened his creative independence and individual style. His irrepressible curiosity and the urge to express himself led him to regard music not only as a hobby but as a life project to be explored. His childhood laid the foundation for a career that would later span the entire world. Don Carlos's life took a decisive turn when he published his first book in 2024. To promote the book, he composed a promotional song, a step that would change his artistic work forever. The song revealed not only his natural talent for songwriting, but also the opportunity to pursue music professionally. This experience was an eye-opener. What began as a simple marketing strategy quickly developed into a deep passion. Don Carlos decided to take his musical side seriously and started writing and producing more songs. The success of his promotional song motivated him to dive deeper into music. He began to make his works accessible to a wider audience, marking the beginning of his career as a professional musician. This phase of his life marked the transition from amateur musician to serious artist. Choosing his stage name, Don Carlos, was a significant step in the musician's career. The name should be memorable, but also have a deeper meaning and reflect his musical identity. Don lends a certain dignity and seriousness to the name, and reflects the respect and dedication that Don Carlos brings to his music. Carlos, the first name of a character from his debut novel, Detective Max Reynolds and the Dark Legacy of the Adler Villa, maintains the personal connection and authenticity. Developing his stage name helped create a brand that is recognized both nationally and internationally. This name became a symbol of quality and cultural diversity in his music. The project Don Carlos Music Around the World, also known as DCM, is the focal point of his musical work. It began with the idea of creating music that transcends cultural boundaries and captures the diversity of global sounds. Each album under the DCM banner is a tribute to the music and culture of a particular country or region. DonCarlosMusic immerses himself in musical traditions, studies them, and transforms them into his own musical language. These albums are not only musical works, but also educational resources that bring listeners closer to the rich musical traditions of the world. The DCM series has proven to be innovative and influential, paving new ways in world music. Don Carlos's sources of inspiration are as diverse as the music styles he explores. Travel plays a central role in his creative process. By immersing himself in different cultures, he gains deep insights, which he incorporates into his music. Meditation and reflection are also crucial elements of his creative work. These practices allow him to connect with his inner self on a deeper level and release creative energy. The combination of these inspirations results in music that is authentic and emotionally appealing. Don Carlos masterfully understands how to translate his experiences and emotions into sounds that take listeners on a journey around the world. The connection between Don Carlos's technical know-how and his musical passion is a central aspect of his career. His skills as an IT expert allow him to control the entire production process of his music. He uses advanced music production software to precisely implement his visions. This technical skill allows him to handle everything from composition and recording to mixing and mastering himself. His deep understanding of technology also helps him market his music. By using digital platforms, he reaches a global audience and effectively promotes his musical projects. Don Carlos's latest project is an album in the DCM series dedicated to the vibrant and diverse sounds of South America. It is a musical odyssey exploring styles such as Cuban son, salsa, and timba. The inspiration for this album came from his hobby as an advanced salsa cubana dancer. He attended evening salsa events to personally bring home the Cuban feeling. This album is not just a collection of songs, but a celebration of South American music and culture. It promises to take listeners on a fascinating musical journey and bring them closer to the soul of South America. The relationship with his fans is invaluable to Don Carlos. He is building an active community that not only enjoys his music, but also actively participates in shaping his projects. Through regular interactions on social media and at live events, Don Carlos creates a close connection with his fan base. He encourages his fans to give feedback and share their thoughts, which gives him valuable insights into the wishes and preferences of his audience. This dynamic relationship has created a loyal following that supports and accompanies Don Carlos on his musical journey. This community is an integral part of his success and inspiration. DonCarlosMusic understands the importance of a strong online presence in today's music industry. He uses various platforms to promote his music and his brand. Social media plays a central role in his marketing strategy. Through regular posts, interactions, and sharing behind-the-scenes content, he keeps his fans engaged and informed. In addition, he uses online campaigns and virtual meet and greets to build a direct connection with his audience. In the future, merchandising can become an additional source of income and strengthen the bond with his followers. Looking optimistically to the future, Don Carlos is determined to expand his musical palette. In the coming years, he wants to integrate more international influences into his music. His long-term goal is to be recognized not only as a musician, but also as an ambassador of cultural diversity. Don Carlos's goal is to build bridges between different cultures through his music and connect people around the world. In addition, he plans to shoot a large part of his music videos in distant regions and thus obtain a deeper closeness to the different cultures. Determined to realize his vision of a connected world through the universal language of music, Don Carlos continues to inspire and innovate. The music of DonCarlosMusic is more than just entertainment. It is an instrument of cultural education and understanding. Each of his projects contributes to raising awareness of cultural diversity and the importance of intercultural harmony. His albums offer listeners the opportunity to immerse themselves in the musical traditions of different countries and experience them from a new perspective. These experiences promote understanding and appreciation for other cultures. Don Carlos sees music as a force that can unite people regardless of their origin. His artistic work demonstrates how music can act as a bridge between different cultural identities. Don Carlos's path was not without its challenges. From financial hurdles to creative blocks, he had to overcome numerous obstacles. However, every challenge has also brought a lesson. Through perseverance and dedication, Don Carlos has learned to deal with setbacks and use them as opportunities for growth and innovation. These experiences have strengthened him not only as a musician but also as a person. They have shown him that true passion and commitment can ultimately lead to success regardless of the adversities that lie along the way. He is also known by his real name, Stefan. Don Carlos's career is studded with musical highlights. Among his most notable achievements are several internationally acclaimed albums recorded in various countries. His wide-ranging and internationally oriented music is promising and offers further great potential. These successes are not only personal triumphs but also testaments to his influence and his ability to touch and inspire people through music. The recognition he has received for his work, including several music prizes and awards, confirms his artistic excellence and innovative spirit. These successes motivate him to continue pushing boundaries and exploring new creative avenues. Don Carlos is at the beginning of a promising new phase in his musical career, while he continues to pursue his passion for IT full-time. He invites everyone to become part of his musical journey, which is far from over. With an open attitude towards the feedback and wishes of his fans, he shapes the future of his music dynamically and collaboratively. He thanks his loyal fan base for their continued support and hopes that his music will continue to serve as a bridge between different cultures. Stay tuned as DonCarlosMusic continues to travel the world of music, opens up new cultural horizons and touches people's hearts with his universal language of music. DonCarlosMusic's musical journey is an ongoing narrative of passion, discovery and cultural connection. His music remains a shining example of how art can transcend boundaries and make the world a little bit better.
Tune in, feel the vibe, Don Carlos Music worldwide. The best beats every day. Hear the music, come and stay. Don Carlos Music. Las calles se llenan de luz, música en cada esquina.
C'est plus blanche comme la France que comme le ciel, immense et brillant, blanc comme la paix.
Voix de la rue, on se lève au défi, nos rêves en bandoulière dans le noir. Karibu Afrika, ici joto la jua, furahia uzuri. Ven y baila con la guitarra, olvídate del mañana, cantemos y dejemos que las cuerdas suenen. Dans le rythme de nos cœurs, la France illumine, une mosaïque de visages, l'unité s'anime. De la Bretagne au midi, nos voix s'élèvent.